There are some mistakes that can prevent you from receiving phone calls from Google Ads, and some of them might not even be noticeable. These mistakes can hurt your chance of generating phone calls. In this video, we're going to cover some of the most costly mistakes and how you can prevent them so you can reduce your cost per phone call and get better results. So let's get started. So guys, we're in our Google Ads dashboard, and in this video, we're going to cover some of the costly mistakes when generating phone calls from Google Ads. So personally, I have helped local service businesses generate thousands of phone calls with Google Ads. So you can see some results from here, and I will share you some strategies based on my experience, what you can do not to repeat those mistakes, and by fixing your mistakes, you can reduce your cost per phone call and increase the number of phone calls you can get from Google Ads by spending the same budget. So let's get started. So the first reason could be slow landing page. I've had that experience myself. With one of my accounts, we had a slow landing page, and I thought that landing page is better. The design looked good, but the problem with the landing page, I think it had many blocks. For example, I usually work with a mobile version of the website, and let's say this is a mobile version and it had many blocks. For example, it had call buttons, and if you have so many widgets or the things that can increase the loading speed of your website, that can eventually affect the bounce rate, which means people won't be waiting that long. Let's say they have clicked on your ad, and let's say after 2 to 3 seconds they're not seeing your website content yet. That means they can just exit out of your website and move on to the next option, which means they can click on other businesses or they can find other options from Google search. So website speed is really important, and especially you should pay attention to the mobile website speed. And as I told in my experience, once we have switched from the new landing page to the old landing page again, we have start receiving better performance. So the number of conversions increases. So the website speed can affect to get more number of clicks and proportionally to get more number of conversions. A quick reminder, if you want to know how I got 2x more phone calls using two key strategies in Google Ads, click the link in the description below and I'll send you the video of how I did that for free. And the next mistake could be not tracking phone calls. So if you're gonna see the conversion actions of this account, we have different conversion actions. So for example, these are form submissions, and if you're gonna scroll down, there are calls from call extensions, and if you're gonna scroll down, we can see the phone call related conversions happening from the website. So for example, they can see the mobile version of the website and they can click on a call button and they can contact the business. So you should have conversion tracking set up correctly right from the start. Otherwise, you wouldn't know which keywords are performing better and which keywords are driving conversion. And based on that, you can understand lower performing keywords, campaigns, and ad groups and pause them, or you can work on them to optimize them and to drive more conversions with those keywords. And with the same way, you can give more budgets to the keywords or campaigns which are performing better. So that's why conversion tracking from the start is important, and you should start tracking your phone calls before you launch your campaigns. Otherwise, you might be losing time, data, and your Google Ads budget without measuring whether your Google Ads is working or not, and your results might be random. And the next thing is using broad match keywords. So you should be really careful about using broad match keywords. So for example, I can show you my keywords. Most of them are phrase match or exact match. So these are the list of keywords. And if you're going to scroll down, as you can see, if we sort by the match type of the keywords, the broadest match type is phrase match. And if we see the other match type, the tightest match type is exact match. So I have two types of match types, phrase match and exact match. And depending on the industry and your location, you can use phrase match or you may not use phrase match. But I would most likely suggest you to use phrase match, because if you use phrase match, it can help you attract a little bit cheaper clicks and your overall cost per conversion can be cheaper. But if phrase matches are not profitable, if they're attracting lots of brand terms, or even if you add lots of negative keywords, they're still attracting brand terms, you may consider pausing phrase matches and run only exact match. Otherwise, phrase matches are really good option when use it in combination with exact matches. And if you use only exact matches, the cost per click can be higher and your cost per conversion overall can be higher as well. So you should consider that when using these match types. So you should use combination of these match types or only exact match type, depending on your location and the competition in your location. And the next thing in our list, you should have a clear ad copy. So if you're going to see that example, so this is our ad. And if you're going to see that ad, so if you're going to scroll down, you can see the headlines and descriptions. And with your headlines, you should clearly communicate which kind of services you offer and what they need to do to contact your business. So, for example, you can pin your headlines or unpin them, it doesn't matter. The point is, your headlines should be relevant to your target keywords, and Google Ads can mix and match your headlines to show different combinations. And with different combinations, you should try to make sure that after reading your headlines, users will understand immediately which types of services your business offers. For example, if you are a towing business, you can say 24/7 towing services. And as I told you, can pin the headlines or you don't have to pin them. And here in this example, I've pinned these main keywords, and you can include keyword insertions. For example, to show your target keyword with the location name, you can use location insertions, and you can put other target keywords as well. So after that, I'm putting call to action. So you can say contact now or call us now. And you can put other unique selling points, for example, within 15-minute arrival. I don't know, which might be impossible for certain businesses in certain locations. So depending on that, you can put other unique selling points or 5-star reviews or 10 years of experience, so that you can clearly communicate with your headlines and descriptions, and they can understand whether you are right business for them to click on your ads. With that way, you can filter those kind of users before they click on your ad. And that can save you some budget, and you can reduce your cost per phone call if you reduce some budget with that way. And the next thing in our list, you should use negative keywords. And negative keywords can help you to reduce the number of irrelevant traffic you can get, and it can save you from irrelevant clicks you might get in the future. So we can see that quickly. And as an example, I've chosen towing industry again, but it doesn't matter. Depending on your industry, you can put plumbing or roofing, and it doesn't matter. The concepts are the same. So we've opened the keyword planner, and you can put your target location, or you put United States. It doesn't matter. The number of keywords should be the same. For example, I'm going to show you that. Here we've chosen the target location as United States, but if we're going to say it as, let's say, New York City, again, 1062 keyword ideas available. And the statistics might be different depending on the location. So from here, you can find some of the competitor names you can get. So I would suggest you to choose the competitor names which have the highest search volume. That means more people might be searching for those kind of competitor names. This might be the biggest budget spenders when it comes to running Google Ads. Your competitor names might attract clicks. And when people are searching for your competitor names, your ads can show up. So sometimes, even if you add lots of negative keywords, you can still see that competitor names showing up in your search terms report. But your job is to add as many of them as possible, so that at least the ones with the highest search volume will not waste your ad budget. So we can scroll down and see the competitor names from here. And from 1062 keyword ideas, you can find some competitor names. So for example, this is the competitor name. This is a competitor name with a very high search volume. As you can see, it says 40, but it can show up in different combinations. And this means it can be more than 40. For example, it can say AAA roadside assistance near me, and it can also say AAA towing, for example. It can have different combinations, and if you add up all of them, it can be even more than that, even more than 40. So it can waste a lot of your ad budget. That's why I would suggest you adding the competitor names, especially the ones which can waste your budget more than others. So for example, AAA can be one of the most important negative keywords we should add. Otherwise, with phrase match keywords, we can have this kind of competitor names in our search terms report. And if you're going to scroll down, we can find more and more competitor names. For example, there is another one, A1 towing near me. And you can find more and more competitor names from this list. So this is one way. And another way would be opening a Google map and in the nearby location add as many negative keywords as possible with your competitor names. And that can also help you to get rid of some impressions that you might get in the future. So these are one of the most important steps to get higher and higher quality impressions and clicks from Google Ads. And the last thing in our list, your landing page might not be optimized to generate phone calls. This can be one of the most important things when it comes to Google advertising. So you should pay attention to your landing page quality as well. So with my own clients, I try to build their landing page, and I would not charge them for creating their landing page, because even if I create a high quality Google Ads campaign, and I send that traffic to their landing page and it cannot convert those users, what I'm doing with their campaigns can be a waste of my time. So that's why I would suggest you to focus on the mobile version of the landing page the most, because mobile version can attract phone calls. Yes, of course, you can also focus on the desktop version as well, but you should work on mobile version of your landing page. So you can see different screen sizes from here, but your mobile version of the landing page should be optimized to generate phone calls. So there are certain ways you can put your headlines and descriptions. You can put a call button. For example, once they scroll down, they should see a form submission. But the most important thing is your landing page should be optimized to receive phone calls. You can put some unique selling points. You can put some trust factors so that before calling to your business, they should see certain words or certain descriptions that can convince them before they can call to your business. So they can be hundreds of designing ideas to create landing pages, but you should work on your landing page to increase your conversion rate. The higher your conversion rate, the cheaper your cost per phone call can be. So you should work on your landing page, and that can help you to turn your traffic into high quality phone calls if you structure your landing page correctly. So guys, these are some of the mistakes you should avoid when running Google Ads if you want to generate phone calls from Google Ads. So again, if you guys want to know how I doubled the number of phone calls using 2 effective strategies with Google Ads, you can click the link in the description below and I'll send that video of how I did that for free. Otherwise, if you guys want my help to generate phone calls to your business with Google Ads, you can also contact me by clicking the link in the description below and we can see whether we can work together. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching this video and see you guys in my other videos.